Welcome to EPISD's Digital Discoveries, exploring the world of education technology in the El Paso Independent School District.
Hi, welcome to this edition of Digital Discoveries. I'm Tim Holt, and this one's kind of a special one because in the past, most of our Digital Discovery episodes have been targeted toward our teachers or administrators. This particular episode is targeted toward our students and our parents. And so this episode is called Do-It-Yourself Learning, DIY Learning. So today we're going to talk about some things that maybe you can do during the summer to maybe not forget all those things that you learned this year, or maybe even catch up and get ahead of for next year. And so this is a presentation that I actually did for the students of Almendarez Middle School. And so I want to thank Almendarez for getting me out there and doing this presentation. And so I thought, this is kind of an interesting presentation, so why not share it with everybody? So thank you, Almendarez Middle School, for getting me to get my creative juices going on this presentation. And so here it is for everybody. So what I'd like our students to do, and our teacher and our parents to do, is think about time. There's some things that I want you to think about. Think about time, and specifically time that you spend on the internet. This is time that you spend while you're on the internet. So what are you doing while you're on the internet? We spend a lot of time in front of a screen, whether it be a television screen or a phone screen or a computer screen or a tablet screen. We spend lots and lots of time in front of those screens. And so what I'd like you to do is think about all that time that you spend on it. What are you doing? Are you making yourself a better person? Are you learning things? Are you wasting time in front of those screens? So how do you spend your time? I got some examples here. This first one is something we all do. We find some funny little video and we watch it, like this one.
Want that funny face? Nochmal. Funny face? Nochmal.
And so while those are funny videos, what we do with them is we'll watch them again and again and again, and then we'll show our friends, and we'll watch them again and again and again, and we'll show our parents, we'll watch them again and again and again. And so just that little 30-second clip, we might spend an hour of our lives watching that little 30-second clip, between sharing it with our friends, showing it to them on our smartphones, showing it on our computers. Hey, have you seen this clip? Sending it in emails. And so I don't know if that's such a great use of time. It's like, once you see it, how many times do you got to see that little baby laughing? When we get up on the internet, do we spend our time going to places where we really don't learn much? Like maybe we're learning all about the situation in Pauly D in Jersey Shore and how they're going on some photo shoot. Is that really information that helps make us better people? Does that make us better students? I don't know. Maybe it's good stuff to see once, but maybe not spend a whole lot of time on it. Think about when you're texting. Do you spend a lot of time when you're texting? Do your texts look something like this? I know that, just living with some teenagers in my own life, I know that just looking at text, a lot of texts look a lot like this. What's up? Nothing. What's up? I don't know. What you doing? Nothing. What you doing? LOL. What? Nothing. Huh? Stupid. So we spend lots of time sending these little texts that when you think about it, you're not saying anything on that. And so you're spending lots of time doing nothing. And so that's kind of like wasting time. So I've got this friend of mine named Kevin, and he's a pretty smart guy. And he once told me that the internet was like this giant buffet. And there's all the knowledge in the whole world on this buffet. It's this buffet of knowledge, and there's lots and lots. Anything you want to eat is on that internet. And it's all you can eat. It's like a buffet that's all you can eat. So how do you spend your time? Are you at this buffet? Are you eating the good stuff? Are you just gobbling it all down? Are you taking in stuff that makes you a better person, that expands your mind? Or are you eating not so good stuff? Are you eating junk food? Remember, there's that old saying that you are what you eat. You've probably heard that a lot. You are what you eat. Well, on the internet, that's true too. You are what you eat on the internet too. So if you spend a lot of time eating junk on the internet, what you're going to fill up with? You're going to fill up with a lot of junk. My friend Kevin likes to say, we have this great buffet of knowledge and we eat the napkins, just like this little baby here. They're eating the napkins. And so there's not a whole lot of nutrition going on there. There's not a whole lot of good information going on. So what I'd like to show you today is that you can actually spend as much time eating the good stuff as you can eating the bad stuff. And the choice is yours. The choice is yours whether you want to eat good stuff or eat bad stuff. Parents, it's up to you to kind of monitor your students. Teachers aren't with our students during the summer. We can't guide them during the times that they're with you, but you can guide them. And so you need to, every once in a while, check and see what's on that computer monitor, check and see what they're texting, check and see what they're doing on the internet. And then maybe you can guide them towards more nutritious material, mentally nutritious material on the internet. So I want to show you an example of some kids that were not eating the napkins. These are some kids that decided to use the internet for some good purposes. This is a kid that lives in Japan, and this video is about 4 years old. What he did here, and I won't play the whole video, but what he did was he learned to play a song, Pachelbel's Canon in D, on his electric guitar. And so I want to just play just as a few snippets of this for you from this guy in Japan. So what he did, I didn't want to play the whole thing, but you got the idea. He learned to play this classical piece on his guitar. He wanted to learn how to play it. He taught himself how to play it on the guitar. Then he posted the video of him playing up on YouTube. After about a year, that had 38 million hits on YouTube. 38 million hits. And what happened was kids all over the world wanted to learn how to play Pachelbel's Canon on electric guitar or some other musical instrument, and they used him as the teacher. He became the teacher, even though throughout his whole video he never looks up, he never smiles, you never see his face actually, you just see him playing the guitar. And after a while, what happened was kids started posting on YouTube their own videos of them playing Pachelbel's Canon in D. And so I wanted to show you an example of that. There's this one called 75 Players Playing Pachelbel's Canon. This is some more students that learned to play by watching that video that you just saw. They got inspired, and then they posted their video up on the internet. And I guess the point here is that you don't have to teach yourself something that's boring or something that maybe you don't want to learn. This guy was passionate about learning to play that piece. He did. He posted it up online. He used the internet, and other people started sharing and looking at that video. So I want to show you another one of video that was inspired by that first one. I'm not going to play the whole thing because it's actually 9 minutes long, but there's 75 kids put that whole thing together. They and created that content, and so they look like they're having a lot of fun. They look like they are passionate about their learning, even if the learning is something that is not something you would traditionally learn in school. So when I say learn something new this summer, it doesn't necessarily have to be something academic that you have to learn this summer. It can be something that you've wanted to learn over the course of the year and you're just like, I wish they'd teach this in class. Well, use the summer to learn that. So learn something new this summer, or use the internet to have other people teach you. This is an example of a student that was in the Boy Scouts, and he was trying to use a bow fire starter. It's like the Indians used to use, and I think he had to do this for Boy Scouts. And this student could not get it going. You can tell this is summer, he's barefoot, you know, the grass is green. He did this during the summer. He was trying to get this project done for Boy Scouts, and he simply couldn't figure it out. And so what he did was he posted a video of his unsuccessfulness, you know, his inability to do it, and he put it up online. So let's take a look at it.
Hello, I'm trying my hardest here to make a bow drill set. See this is my spindle, and this is my block that you put on the top. So when you're spinning it around like that, so it won't melt into your hand. And then this is the bow that I use, and I just use some paracord, nylon paracord. And then this is the hearth that's made out of yellow cedar. The hole is right there, and I tried another hole, but that was too deep, so it didn't really work. And then this is the tinder, just normal dry lint. And I'm going to show you how I do it, and I'm doing it wrong. I know I am, and please comment down below so you can teach me how to do it, okay? Okay, this is the another part of how I actually do it, and I'm gonna test it out. And once again, comment down below and tell me what I'm doing wrong.
So what he's doing there, he's trying to do something and he can't figure out how to do it. So he uses the internet as a giant classroom. He virtually raised his hand and asked the entire world to help him solve this problem. And what was really neat was he posted that video up on YouTube, and within 24 hours he had 115 responses from all over the world, people explaining to him what he was doing wrong, what he needed to change. And he had answers as far away as from New Zealand. And actually one of the answers that he got back was an Aboriginal tribesman in New Zealand that actually does this, and he had internet access. So don't think that if you put yourself out there on the internet to ask questions that people won't answer you. This kid obviously didn't know everybody in New Zealand. He didn't know these 150 people, but there are people out there that are willing to help you if you're willing to virtually raise your hand. So where can you go? Where can you go to learn a few things? I want to take you to some places. And I want to ask you this question first. Wouldn't it be cool if you knew more than your teachers? Wouldn't that be awesome? If you're in class and you're actually helping the teacher, you're saying, yeah, I'd like to solve this problem. Let me show you how to do that. Wouldn't that be neat if you actually knew more than your teachers? That'd be awesome. And there's ways to do it, and you can do it for free. And parents, your students can do it for free. You don't have to have a whole lot of money to teach yourself. You just have to have an internet connection. And so a lot of people will say, well, we have to have computers, we have to have these iPads, we have to have these fancy devices. And you really don't. You can actually even go to a public library. Any place where there's public computers open, you can go to these places, and they're all absolutely free of charge. So let's look at some places. The first place I'd like to tell you about is called iTunes U. iTunes U, if any of you have an iTunes account, iTunes U is awesome because iTunes U is actual university courses actually set up online that you can watch, and you could take the whole course. So wouldn't it be cool if you're sitting there in class, you're thinking, oh man, I wish I knew some really, I can go beyond this. I can learn more than what I'm being taught. You can actually go to iTunes U, type in the type of course that you're interested in, and you'll get a university course. And it's from universities that are pretty awesome, not just like Bob's University or people, you know, it's coming out of like somebody's garage or something. It's like Harvard and Stanford and MIT, even New Mexico State University has courses online that you can take for free. That's there, it's just there for the asking. If you're a reader, you like to read, maybe you don't always make it to Barnes & Noble and like to get books, or you're low on funds, that's okay. There's a place called Project Gutenberg online, www.gutenberg.org. Gutenberg.org, 39,000 free books, all the classics. If you ever wanted to read Huck Finn, you didn't want to go buy Huck Finn, it's okay, Huck Finn's online. You want to read all the Sherlock Holmes books, it's okay. All the Sherlock Holmes books are online for free. All these classic books that maybe that has interested you, but you just don't have a copy of it, you couldn't find it in the library, it's there on Project Gutenberg, and all you got to do is download it and read it. As an example, like I said, I was at Armendariz Middle School, and so I wanted to tell you about something that's absolutely free that our school district provides, and it's called Atomic Learning. Atomic Learning is a website that has 40,000 free tutorials on how to do all different kinds of technology-related things. So for instance, if you go to your school's website and you look over in the corner, you look right about there, look at right about there, you'll see this. You'll see Atomic Learning. All you got to do is click on that. It even gives you the login, and if you're a parent, you can use Atomic Learning as well. It's free of charge. The school district provides that for all of our students, all of our parents. It's all up there. 40,000 online tutorials, and they're not long. They're little atomic. That's why they call it Atomic Learning, because they're small. I've never seen anything on Atomic Learning that's longer than 3 or 4 minutes. So if you've got short attention span issues, Atomic Learning is a great place to go. If you'd like to learn about some courses that you're going to be taking, or you want to review some courses, this is especially good for our high school students, hippocampus.org. Algebra, American government, biology, calculus, environmental science, physics, psychology, statistics, U.S. history. You can take a whole year-long course right there on Hippocampus. It's there. All you got to do is start clicking away and start watching. And they're very interesting. It's not just like somebody telling you what to do. They have great explanations, great videos that explain how whatever topic is that you're interested in, how it shows up. So you can actually, if you're taking U.S. history next year, you can take the whole year's course before you even get to class. Remember when I said, wouldn't it be cool if you knew more than the teacher? That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Remember when we talked about the napkins and you don't want to eat the napkins? This is a great site called learnerstv.com. And in learnerstv.com, they take the YouTube videos that teach you something and they put them all on one site. So you don't have to dig through all of YouTube. You can just go to learnerstv.com and you can watch videos that teach you something, that you're not just stuck eating the napkins of the internet. So I challenge you to do this summer. I challenge you to do this. If you like to make if you like movies, you like going to movies, why not learn to make movies? You can do that on the internet. You can learn to make movies on the internet for free. If you like video games, who doesn't like video games? But wouldn't you like to make your own video games? You can do that. You can teach yourself how to do that on the internet. If you like comics, teach yourself to make comics so that other people, you know, when we go to the store and we buy comics, we're paying somebody else for their work. Why not create our own and have somebody pay us for our work? You like comics? Learn to make comics. You like web pages? Learn to make web pages. You like books? Learn how to make books. You can do that all for free during the summer. It's an awesome, awesome opportunity. So this summer, I want to ask you this. Are you going to do this? Are you going to be 100% of your time just kind of sitting there being a couch potato and having wasted time, you know, I understand about wasting time. I understand that it's cool to relax and it's fun to, you know, you've worked hard all year and I don't want to learn anything. But why don't you try this? Why don't you try this? Go 50-50. Do 50-50. 50% of the time wasted online, that's okay. But 50% of the time, learn something. Don't just waste it. Do something that challenges your mind, that challenges your brain. Don't just sit there watching the baby videos. Get there online and learn something. You know, the choice is yours. The choice is yours. You can learn something, you can waste time. You learn something, waste time. But when you learn something, you make yourself more powerful, you make yourself a better student, you make yourself better for your future. You waste your time, you don't do a whole lot. It doesn't help you a lot. So it's your choice. It's up to you to decide what to do. I want to thank you for joining me today for this edition of Digital Discoveries, and have a great summer.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of Digital Discoveries. Please visit our website for more information and our YouTube channel for all other episodes of Digital Discoveries.